How can you embody your soul? In this video, I'm going to give you 5 practical tools and steps how to embody your soul. And embodying the soul is one major turning point on everyone's spiritual journey. Because this is the moment when the personality and the ego start merging into the soul, and the soul becomes the leading force acting through you. Of course, we all have soul, we all are connected to the soul. But when we embody the soul, we become the soul. There is no more separation between your soul's energy and you, because the personality and the ego, they finally got it. They finally got out of the way. And so there is no more self-sabotage. You don't have to force yourself into doing the right things. You cultivate very strong willpower and you just let the energy of your soul move through you, act through you, do the things through you. Because that personality is no longer trying to create its own separate realities. Welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Sylvia Salow and I help lightworkers and starseeds to remember who they are, and I help them on their ascension journey and in embodying Christ consciousness and sovereignty. So the 5 steps to embody your soul are something that everyone can do. No matter where you are, it's just about repetition. And so if you have this idea about what you are doing, it becomes a lot easier. So let's begin. The first step to embody your soul is to awaken your heart chakra. Maybe this is easier said than done, I get it, but that's essential, because the heart chakra connects you to your soul's energy. And this is actually quite interesting, because until the heart chakra awakened, the soul is not really interested in us. The soul is like, okay, he is still sleeping, or she's still distracted with all those unimportant things, chasing things that don't matter. Or this person is caught up in illusions. The soul is not actively working with us until that point. But when the heart chakra awakens and we start activating that Christ consciousness in our heart chakra, then the soul is like, okay, now we begin. Now is the real game going on. So that's so important. Activating the heart chakra. Again, I made many videos on the topic. Everything will be linked down in the description box for you. And also, you can still purchase replay of my masterclass on the heart chakra awakening, or a guided meditation album to help you awaken the heart chakra. Either way, no matter how you do it, work on your heart chakra and your soul will take a notice. That's essential first step to embodying your soul. The second step is to talk to your soul. Try to learn to feel the frequency, the energy of your soul. It has a specific frequency. You will know it when you tap into it. And many times you have tapped into it. So talk to your soul when you are journaling. You can write questions directed to your soul and then receive the guidance. Again, it's easier if the heart is activated. Of course, it actually flows very well. But regardless, keep talking to your soul through journaling, in meditation, during the day. Focus your mind, your energy, your attention to your soul, and you will begin creating a bridge from the heart chakra between you and the soul. And so the soul is able to guide you, but you have to talk to it. So because sometimes when we are interested in talking to the Pleiadians or whatever, that's cool, but you have to talk to your soul most of all. That's important. That's your own guidance. This is what is going to give you all the answers, guidance, and much more. And so to embody the soul, you want to kind of feel the energy, the frequency. You want to know, oh, this frequency, this incoming frequency, it's my soul. I know it because I have tapped into that energy many times. So again, it's a practice. Take a journal, or you can just do it in your mind. Ideally, you first awaken your heart and then you talk to your soul. Again, I have this process in the guided meditation album to connect with your soul if you're interested. But whichever way you do it, keep talking to the soul, ask questions, be curious. And also, I should add, we should ask like smart questions, meaning not ego related or personality related. That's not interesting to the soul. So you can purify your questions and then ask and establish that communication between you and the soul. The third step is to take an inspired action. Because it's through that action that we actually embody the soul. It's not enough to collect spiritual wisdom and information if you don't act on it. So your soul will actually ask you to recreate your life. For that, you need to learn to trust yourself and to develop courage in your heart. Because when you trust yourself and you follow the heart, you will be able to take the right action. And this is when the true spiritual awakening happens. You wake up and you realize, oh, the way I live, the way I am, is not really aligned with me. It's like that old self. And the soul will be showing you images or visions or even dreams during the night of whom you could become. Maybe you close your eyes and you see yourself as a speaker, as a healer. Maybe you see yourself transforming certain businesses, making them more lighter and aligned with the soul. You see yourself a certain way, and that's what your soul wants you to act on, to become that person. You are literally recreating yourself. And this is where the true battle between the ego and the soul happens, right? Because we are thinking, oh, I cannot do that because my parents would think something about me. Or I can't do that because of my spouse. I can't do that because of my children or whoever it is. You will feel like you cannot truly be seen in whom you are becoming. But without that inspired action, nothing's going to change. Everyone was in that point when you feel like you have to really change your life and it feels scary, it feels overwhelming, it feels like really you're trying to go back to your old life, but there is no way back anymore. You just can't. That bridge got burned, doesn't exist anymore. And so the only thing you can do is to dream up your life, recreate it. That vision that you have in your mind, in your heart, is whom you will become through taking action. So a big important part of embodying the soul is to act on that guidance. Now it doesn't have to all happen in the same time, because the soul is always showing you a bigger vision that may unfold over a couple of years. So don't sabotage it, you have to also feel the right timing. But when you are aligned with the right timing, and again I have a masterclass on it, it will be linked down below, you are able to really take the right action at the right time. And this will change your life. You will become the soul embodied. So if your soul was in your body, if the soul wouldn't have to worry about the ego and the personality and all those excuses that we have, what actions would your soul take? How would your soul change your life? If you were that embodied soul, how would you recreate yourself? Meditate on it, journal on it. So an important part is to really take that action. It cannot happen. We cannot be disconnected, just functioning in the higher chakras and not taking that embodied action and bring it into reality. We are here to change the matter, to make it lighter, to bring the spirit here. And into your life it means like everything will be an extension of your soul's energy. So the way you speak, the way you dress, the way you do your life, the way you do your routines, your relationships, your work, the way you take care of your health, everything would be as if your soul did it. But you first have to take action. And for that, as I said, you need that courage. It doesn't feel easy, it's out of comfort zone, it's a completely different way of living. But I promise, it's worth it. That's the way to go. You kind of have to surrender to the guidance of the soul and take the right action. And the more we wait, the more difficult and challenging it may be. So again, you want to really feel the right timing for you and take that action and trust it. You have to sometimes make that jump. And so that's an important step in embodying the soul, taking an inspired, aligned, soul-aligned action. The fourth step is walk your talk. Now, this is very similar to the previous step. When you are connecting to your soul, when you are healing, when you are remembering, you want to fix your family, you want to fix your friends, you want to tell people about what's happening. Walk your talk instead. Because if you focus on embodying it, on demonstrating through your action, through your choices, whom you have become, there will be no more questions. You don't have to convince anyone of anything. You don't have to fix other people. That's not your problem. You just have to embody your soul. And so you walk your talk. So when no one is watching and listening, how do you behave? Do you behave as the soul would? Or do you go into the 3D self? Do you go into those unconscious moments when you just zoom out of reality? Or do you bring that consciousness and that fire of the soul into everything you do? What do you do in every moment? Walking your talk means that you behave in every single moment as the soul would. From the food you eat, the way you prepare the food, the way you speak to your neighbor, the way you spend your free time when no one is around, the way you think, the way you feel. That's the embodiment. This is what it means to walk your talk. You become it. It's no more theory. You really jump into it, because when you take that action, it will change you, it will heal you. Sometimes that's that missing piece for people. It's very much like they know it, they realize these things, they can see, they can feel it, but they don't act on it. So try that action and walking your talk, and it will change your life. And the fifth step of embodying your soul is to take a daily action. This is not something you can put on a hold and say, oh, I'm going to embody my soul when I'm on a holiday. No, we embody the soul everywhere. And especially if you learn to do it in those challenging times, if you respond to those challenging times as that soul, then you will be able to do it when the times are easy. If you can make it in the hard times, the rest will be a lot easier. So when you repeat it daily, you show up daily as your soul, as your highest self, then what's going to happen is that you will really surrender to the guidance of the soul. You will release your excuses and fears, which is just a form of separation between you and God. That's what's holding that illusion of separation. It's all our excuses. It's all our fears and those lower emotions. So when you clear it out, and embodying the soul will become more important than those excuses, and you show up daily, you repeat it daily. You act, walk, you speak as your soul. Then it's going to happen. So, but you have to take a daily action, you have to repeat it. Practice, practice, practice. And yes, you are going to fail millions times. That's okay. It's not about failing. That's not the issue. It's not a problem. It's about repeating it, showing up again and again and again. This is what matters. How many times you show up. How many times you get up when you don't want to. And you show up as the soul. This is what counts. Not how many times you fail. It's not a problem. You are learning. It's okay. Everyone counts with it. That it's not perfect. But it's your showing up daily that matters. That you demonstrate, you choose what your soul would choose. This way you really tap into that 5D energy very quickly. So let me know in the comments below, how do you embody your soul? What is the vision of your soul for you? And please like, share and subscribe this video, and I'll see you in the next one.